All right, welcome back to D&D, everyone. So, last time you had managed to successfully defeat the Tanner. You were able to save the Stone family's daughter, and you were able to, through a series of unlikely events, avoid being punished by the law for your transgressions.
Oh, it's fun.
However, Otto also had an interesting dream and has made a pact with a less than savory entity, so we will see where that goes. But you all find yourselves some morning, a new day, and what would you like to do?
Graham is going to be making breakfast.
Okay, Graham's making breakfast.
Can I help make breakfast?
Please
Yes,
do.
can.
You actually are good at it. You're actually rolled on like a 2 when it comes to cooking.
All right. If Fern would like to make breakfast, she can go do that with advantage as long as Graham is helping her.
Yeah. Piffle sits in the corner, scribbling furiously in a notepad while people are making breakfast. He periodically looks up, observes someone making breakfast, and continues to scribble furiously.
Very good.
Oh, what should I use for the cook's utensils?
This would be, let's say, wisdom. Perfect. Yeah, you make an excellent breakfast. If you had a specific breakfast in mind, you can feel free to describe it.
Let me think. French toast with
Ooh.
eggs and bacon.
They call it Viderheim toast with eggs and bacon. But it's delicious, scrumptious. You guys, very good breakfast.
From Diddlyumptious?
The
I guess not.
well, it could be.
No.
You don't know.
Otto, you want to do something as well, you said?
I was gonna ask Graham about that dream. And I would describe the dream to Graham.
Okay. So do you describe, being in a room, finding a excellent, well-crafted blade, and then being attacked by a man who missing all of his skin, who, to an extent, forced you to work for him. Graham, go ahead and make a religion roll.
I will.
Yeah.
Hey.
So that, especially considering what you've been dealing with lately, it definitely sounds like Otto had a run-in with the flayed one.
Shit.
Graham nods around a mouthful of bacon. Just, that sounds like that might have been the old getting thrown out on account of us throwing him out, and you fitting the bill for whatever he's after. We're at a guess. I'm thinking they're trying to wake him up and bring him here, or at least that's what I think the ritual is about. That weapon sounds an awful lot like that strange thing he was. I think he was hitting Graham with that. I think I was in melee with.
Well, his was black, wasn't it? Like obsidian?
Yeah, it's like a black piece of almost cut from glass.
And the one in the dream was what? Mithril? I forgot the other.
Yeah, it was made from a very fine, magically treated metal, like mithril or the like.
Yeah, I don't. You had mentioned another metal, and I don't remember what it was. But
Adamantite.
yeah, it might have been adamantite.
But yeah, similar to, but distinctly different from.
Yeah.
That's about what I figured. Well, you didn't pledge anything to him, yeah? Just he kind of showed up and screamed in your face?
Yeah, pretty much. Then I woke up.
Well, that's a start. I suppose we can ask Brother Bones about him. They're both members of the same outgroup, though I suspect they don't get on well, hence us being there in the first place at Brother Bones' behest. So, we'll keep an eye on it. Thanks for being transparent about that. Kind of looks over at Fiffles furiously scribbling.
Yes, transparent.
Scribbling, like the paladin's gonna become a demon god.
Something
Let me think
flavor.
else. Oh, I was kind of curious what if Who's the guy from the Stone family? The patriarch. The one that.
I believe that was Marcus Stoneheart.
I think
Yeah.
Marcus sounds right.
That's last
If you think he would have information on
Marcus Stone.
what the conclusion of that ritual would have produced if we didn't stop it?
He might. My money is on waking up the flayed one and bringing him here. But it's not my specialty. You understand?
Yeah.
Well, we could always go ask him. I've got some business in town today myself.
Yep. That's all I got. I'm gonna look at Kaido, who's probably like antsy right now.
I actually want to spend the morning using my second soul bond to soul bond onto my spear.
Okay.
Silver spear.
Sure.
So now would be the great sword. That takes about an hour. So I'm at the dinner table. I would like to have a piece of bacon in my mouth, and at the same time concentrating on soul bonding the spear right there on the.
I'm late
So
for
the
war.
big
Oh,
soul
we
bond.
got,
You got a spear and your regular greatsword?
we got a map, is what we got.
Is that what you have for your soul bonds?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Your a spear and a greatsword?
The silvered spear and the silvered greatsword.
Okay.
Don't give me a nerf here.
No, well, I'm just saying generic.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I got.
I thought you were gonna like soul bind the fucking badge and just like.
I
start
feel like I
slapping-
can't do that unless I figure out a way to make it a magical item. I need it to be somehow cursed. I mean, magically defunct. And then I will try to soul bond to it. But right
I'm gonna
now,
say if you were gonna go for cursed, I think the badge is cursed for whoever you're hitting.
yes, so far it's been. But using a soul bond on a gag, I need it for the spear. The whole point of the spear is that I could throw it and call back to me. ID badge. We'll see.
All right. What's Lucian up to?
Everybody reaches out for their
He's
whiskey.
like, rifling through his books. He's preparing his spells for the day. He's looking at this ring and wondering if he ever actually got a chance to attune to it or not.
Nope.
So, after taking a quick bite of breakfast, he's gonna go sit in the corner and try to attune to this thing.
Okay. Lucian is going to spend an hour's time contemplating this ring. It kind of gives you a Gollum feel to it, but all right. And well, the day is yours. What would everybody like to do?
I'm assuming we're gonna go pick up Aurora's armor.
Yes, I was gonna ask because I read
Yeah,
it.
while we're out, we can. Graham will go on that errand, and then we also want to check out the Stone family, talk to them about what we saw, and Graham wants to go get his candles.
Okay. So yeah, we'll start with Aurora.
Where are they going? They're going to the armor smith?
Quick question: anybody can spot me 28 GP so I can buy the cloak of protection?
Oh, I see. I was banking on somebody spotting me 17 gold so I can buy the split. So
I'm
how are we gonna
almost
do
Nebraska
this?
flat broke. I've got like 10 GP and change.
We'll just haggle. You and I will
Please
both go.
don't.
We'll haggle.
No.
I have.
No,
I'm 13
I'm
short.
patient.
He's
I
20
can wait.
short. Huh?
I was just asking if anybody had a spare 28.
No, let's get a bundle deal of both. Right? My purchase, your purchase.
We already
We'll
get them
haggle
at
'em.
cost. They're not going to go lower.
Well,
Oh,
my
by the way, Tobacco will be
intimidation check
staying in
says
his room, making
otherwise.
no noise and pretending that he doesn't exist. You ignore him. Fuck you all.
Tomako has, for the all intents and purposes, disappeared from the game for the moment.
Which is invisibility.
I
He's
was
here.
gonna ask him what his Chronicles of Our Adventures was like.
Currently, Tobaco's
Yeah,
just.
what, You guys need a loan real quick? I got you on some money.
Oh, what's the interest?
20
before
and like
we-
15, 20 more. Yeah, I got you. I got a little bit of gold.
What's the interest rate?
Heavy. Like loan shark status. Like 20,
What is it?
like subprime loans at 25%.
Fuck.
I can wait for 28 gold.
No, I got you. How
I'll take the loan.
How much you guys need?
I need 28.
I need 17.
All right, both of you take 28 and 17 gold. Here you go.
Beautiful.
Carter Webb's just watching this all. What? Didn't you just get a lot of money from winning? Didn't you just all get a lot of money from winning the gauntlet?
Wouldn't say all, and
Well, some of us spent it on
Yeah, they've been burning.
candles. Oh God! And the rest of us, needed more.
Kaido, it's early in the morning. It's not too early for me to jump this table and introduce your forehead to it.
Oh God!
So we thought we didn't get any.
I would like to take out my ID badge.
You kind of try to ID that.
You'll find I'm fully accredited. Like, we work for the same.
I would like. All right. Is Lena? Are you
Fern.
going to the Fern? Is Fern going to the armor smith?
Yeah, is it the armor smith or
Yeah, it's Earlith. You're the blacksmith. You've all been kind of going to.
I'll accompany with whoever else is also going.
We're going.
The armor smith, sir.
The armor smith. I don't have much use for armor.
Was it the armor smith that had the cloaking? I don't recall.
No, I believe it was Professor Stone Snout.
I can't remember all the.
I've got to go see him myself, so we can roll those two together.
Yeah.
Okay. Before you leave, though, Carter Webb just mentions, just talking to Jackson, he's interested in getting the boat you've acquired fixed, finally. It's been in port for some weeks now.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
And my understanding is
Does he know how much it'll cost?
he thinks
More than you poor motherfuckers have.
I mean, yeah.
300, maybe?
All right, let me put that on our list of stuff we want to get.
Is that for
Oh,
like
no, it's already on there.
our early in these adventures when there was boats and pirates and things, as I recall?
I believe it was actually session 2.
All right, then I'm not off here. I remember stuff. See, I remember stuff.
He just mentioned
Particularly boats. I remember those.
winter's fast approaching. A bit in the north already. Now is a good time to just prepare for piracy. You don't have to be at your farm, so people tend to find whatever they can to make money in the winter if they're not prepared to batten down.
I'd rather keep the piracy to a minimum.
I
already got my hands full with,
I meant not you pursuing piracy, just the fact that pirates are going to be an issue now.
'Tis the season, all that. Understood.
Now, see, if the pirates worked for us,
Well,
then they wouldn't be our issue.
I suppose you're 2 of the way there. But pirate hunting's lucrative, just something to keep in mind. And let's remember, any attack against the Free Sailors Alliance is, well, it would help out the honor of the Crossblades, of course.
Maybe use that after the events of last night.
Well, just something to keep in the back of your head. He goes back to sitting in front of the fire and just kind of like smoking his pipe.
Anything you need, Carter?
Just peace and quiet for once.
Have one of those for me. All right, let's go.
If considers staying with Carter to aid in his quest for peace and quiet, but thinks better of it and goes with whatever everyone else prefers.
Okay. All right. We'll start with Fern and Kaito heading to Earlith. So the blacksmith shop, very familiar. You've been there a few times already. Zizu. Good. Well, your wolf's armor is ready.
Great, thank you.
Alright, so let me just see here. You ordered some leather armor.
Yes.
Alright. So that's going to be AC 11 plus the Dex modifier for Aurora. As he just hands over a wolf-sized, wolf-shaped bit of leather armor that just goes over the perfect fit.
Nice. So, wait, how do I do that?
We can make that adjustment.
Okay. Do it later.
We go to Aurora and
what
we
time
find.
of day is it? Morning.
Actually, her natural armor might be better off than that, thinking about it. Eh. For the time being, it is nice leather armor that will aid Aurora in some fashion we will discuss in the future. But it looks sort of like a dog coat. Like one of those coats you'd put on your dog when it's like winter out and they don't have a very thick coat.
Nice. Yeah, so I'll like put it on her.
It says rough stuff.
Oh Lord. Wait, I didn't ask for this.
Wasn't there this is like wasn't there like a bounty or like some kind of like wanted thing for the flare? Like a reward?
The Tanner?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm eating. I can't think when I'm eating.
You had heard rumors about it. You don't know if you saw any necessarily like bounties for it. Actually, Otto and or actually Otto and or Graham can just go ahead and make a history check.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you know that there was no bounty per se out, especially because bounties do require to be legally accessible. They have to have like the actual person that you're after. You can't just say, "I am looking for the Tanner."
You would have to know his identity to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, at this rate, they would have just said, "How about the bounty reward is the fact that you're not in jail?"
Yeah.
I'm just wondering for something.
Like, consider that your debt back to the city.
All right.
Money.
Oh yeah, Kaito, you wanted something from Earlith as well. You said.
Yes. Good morning. I would love your finest splint armor, please.
Spit.
Okay.
Spit armor.
Spit armor.
Spit armor.
It is the armor of feces.
No.
Well, he pulls out some nice splint armor.
How much?
200.
How much will you take for this chainmail? I take my chainmail off, put it on the counter.
He tries to make it a little sensuous.
He looks at your busted ass chainmail and frowns.
No, it's still good. It's battle worn.
I'll give you 30 for it.
Okay. So 170 gold and I can get the split?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. I'll hand over 170 gold and I'll wear the splint armor.
He takes your battered, busted, kind of rusted chainmail, slides over a brand new like suit of splint.
Mm-hmm.
Just takes the chainmail, just kind of like lets it drop to the ground. I'll deal with that later.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can do for you guys?
Mm.
I can get the wolf a knife.
I don't think she needs a knife.
I don't know. You ever see a wolf like put a knife in the mouth and then like stab somebody?
I haven't.
I don't know. Have you watched anime?
Just so you know, when I was younger, somebody pissed my dad off and he put his knife in his mouth and he did some fucking weird ass noise. I must have been like 6 years old. He scared the shit out of that guy.
Probably scared the shit out of everybody.
So there's my random.
Just a memory from Otto's past that somewhat familiar.
Okay.
Well, just think about it. If you guys want anything else, I've got all manner of weapons and armor.
Well, can I get more like arrows
Yeah.
and like bullets or something for my pistol?
Yeah. I actually just recently got into black powder weapons. What are you looking for? How many arrows and how many bullets?
How much for like 50 arrows?
I sell them bundles of 20. I could get you like 40 for 2 gold, or I could get you 60 for 3 gold.
Okay, 60.
He hands over 3 bundles of 20 arrows, and you wanted some bullet?
Yes.
Alright, let's take a look here. I sell those in groups of 10 for 3 gold for the group.
Okay, can I get 30 of those?
hands over basically 10 or 3 pouches of 10. That'll be 9 gold.
9 gold. Okay. I'm trying to do math.
Math is decadent.
So let's see here. That was, I think, a total of 12.
Typed right numbers. Okay.
All right.
Ignore this. I just got to do a test.
I see. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, so it is purple smoke fireball. Yeah, that would work.
Alright, so I hand him over the 12 gold.
All right. He readily accepts your 12 gold.
Thank you.
And thank you. If you have anything else you need, come by. I got muskets, blunderbusses, all new.
Nice. Oh no.
All just came down from the north.
I'll keep it in mind.
Thank you. And you there, Kaido.
Yes.
You in the mood? You in the market for a gun?
I am broke. I would. You remember that this was the place where I was kind of showing off that I had like 3,000 gold in my pocket, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've dug myself into a hole. Let me see how I can get out. The 3,000 gold I had before, I had spent. I was mugged, and that is why I am broke. Not because I'm a financially not responsible.
Oh, that's unfortunate to hear. You had the entirety of your fortune on you at the time you were mugged.
Slight oversight.
Yeah,
He said something about a bit of a coin, and that if I invested everything, I would multiply my wealth many times.
Well, if you ever get some money, you don't have to carry it all on you. You could always go to the bank.
Yes, now I've learned my lesson, a 3,000 gold lesson, of course. But I bid you good day.
All right. Well, if you find your muggers, make sure to send them my way. I'll be sure to.
Good day, sir.
I'll be sure to sell them something good.
Okay. Thank you so much for that.
Let's see here. Graham and Otto were going to see Professor Stone Snout, correct?
Yep.
All right. Well, you arrive at the shop. Very similar, black, no sign. Windows are darkened. The door uninviting. As you open it, you just hear the little bell. You see his assistant there, the satyr woman. She sees you. Oh, come on in. I haven't seen you guys in forever.
Howdy. We've been busy.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Oh, here, I want to talk to the professor?
If you would, thank you.
She goes in back. A moment later, out comes the kobold, Professor Stone Snout. Dear Graham and Otto, how may I be of assistance to you today?
I thought I would check on my order, and I also had some news for you. Might be of interest to you and your assistant.
Oh, yes, of course. Please, tell me your news.
Well, Graham will give a very folksy, down-home synopsis of our battle with the Tanner in his subsequent murder arrest.
Fascinating. And told in such a folksy and down-home manner. Yes, that is quite interesting. It's good to know that we can walk the streets without fear of such a terrible fate to befall us. But, of course, I had heard that it was the Order of the Yard that had apprehended and executed the man. But such is...
I am part of the Order of the Yard, so I guess that's half correct.
We're working with them, and
But we work together.
If it weren't for the fact it'll probably piss off old Carter Webb, I'd say they could have their credit.
Well, then, that's quite good to hear. But yes, your order is ready. 1,000 candles, was it?
It was. Never burning with magic.
1,000 candles.
Ah, good.
Oh,
Snaps his claws. Go grab the boxes. And the satyr woman just goes back and starts just hauling out boxes and boxes loaded to the brim with candles.
Can I give you a hand with that?
I got it. They're just a little heavy. They pack super well, is all. Whew.
Okay.
Don't worry. I pay her to do this for a reason. I wouldn't sully myself by making my customers engage in manual labor.
Nobody wants to work today. It's very tragic.
Now, once you begin to ignite these candles, they will burn. Unless you snuff them out, of course. But one would wonder why you'd search for other burning candles and do that, so just a precaution. But I did leave a instruction manual. Do me a favor and read it, and don't complain that they didn't work if you didn't.
RTFM, as it were.
Is there anything
Thank
else
you kindly.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
I would like that cloak of protection.
Ah, of course. 1,200 gold, and it is yours, friend.
I thought you said it was 900 before. Again. That's why I asked for the money.
Inflation. But perhaps if you were to do me a favor, we could secure a cost of 900.
What favor?
Well, I'm always in the market for exotic ingredients.
Exotic what?
Ingredients. Hydra blood, for one. The scales of a dragon.
We can get to that stuff.
Can we just give you a lawyer
I
cat?
was gonna ask where it came from, dude.
One wouldn't do to divulge trade secrets, of course, so I don't need to know where it came from, merely that it doesn't come back to me. Simply the ingredients will do.
People starts trying to think of ways to counterfeit Hydra blood.
So, is there anything we need to know about transferring Hydra blood?
Oh, it's quite poisonous. I wouldn't recommend getting it on your skin or in your eyes, and definitely don't ingest it.
What about containing it in a vial, or what would you?
Glass is perfectly fine. Do be careful, though. It's so fragile. You wouldn't want it to shatter in your pack, now would you? Especially the talking one.
No, that would be unfortunate.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Yes. Oh, and if you could perhaps secure some of the organs from that interesting wolf creature we saw the other day, I'd be more than willing to give you the cloak of protection for 900. Just a thought, mind. No requirement for that. I see I've piqued your interest.
Just going dragon or Hydra hunting.
Well, that one's up to you, but do
What's this
keep
cloak of protection do?
It's plus one.
Plus one
plus
armor
one
class,
save.
plus one to saving throws.
Ooh.
I knew I wasn't gonna get it that easy.
Wow, that's a good test right there. Unfortunately, Fireball can't crit because it's a saving throw.
There's reasons why rules exist.
It's
broken.
just to keep the game balanced, so that wizards don't just destroy everybody the moment they hit level 5.
It's happened before.
Well
Am I
then,
getting this cloak if I agree to this right off the bat, or I have to after?
oh well, I
It
wouldn't
used to be wizards had to hide under a rock until it was
Yeah, yeah, basically. I wouldn't send you out to hunt dragons without proper protection, of course.
Ooh, like a cloak of protection?
Of course, one other thing to just keep in mind is I do make sure to protect my investments. So, do be sure to bring back that dragon scale Hydra blood within a reasonable time frame, lest the cloak find itself less than protective.
That's interesting. You can loan items and it'll just stop being magic if you don't get your due.
I have my methods.
Dark mortgage magic.
Of course, I could very simply just have the bank come and repossess it, but
He has an enchantment called Repo Man.
No, honestly, I think I like your way better. There's a couple friends I could think of who might need that kind of boot in the keister.
well,
I'm just thinking, like, fucking, let's send the bank to go repossess this magic item that you haven't paid for yet fully. So they run out into the middle of a dungeon with like fireballs flying all over and get incinerated during their repossession mission.
more of what it is I am aware you have some real estate that you could be put for collateral. Need be.
Who's got a wood chipper going now?
I'm willing to go dragon and hydra hunting, but I'm not willing to put all the you know what? I'll just come back to the Cape when.
Very well.
What, if we happen to find our way out there, perhaps you could leave that kind of offer on the table, provided you get the end result you want.
Oh yes, no, I'm always looking for the end result.
Yeah.
And I'm more than happy to ensure that I get it, which is why I was making this offer in the first place. Just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, I'm just not prone to taking offers like that on a whim. I'll keep my eyes open.
Very well. Do be careful out there, of course. And if you were to find anything interesting, be sure to bring it my way, and we'll arrange some purchase or trade.
Yep. Lucian can put his 28 GP back, because I'm going to give him back to him.
Well, then, if you have any...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm giving him back 15 as well. How much did you give me? 13 or 17?
It was like 25.
What's up?
It was like 25.
You gave me 25?
Yeah, I gave you 25.
No, you gave me 13.
Well, it was 17 plus interest, 25.
I'm gonna give him back 10 gold pieces, and I'm gonna say thank you, man. Good lucks.
Inter-party conflict.
I'm willing to spend 900 GP, which would be everything I have for the cloak. I am not gonna put shit on collateral.
Collateral? We don't have time for that type.
Go hunting for this shit. With no in which I don't know the time limit of where I can get fucked over on this protection.
Well then, if you don't desire to purchase anything else, I bid you adieu. He just takes his top hat and just tips it to you.
Thank you once again. Let me find the nearest stable or farrier and see if we can find someone to port these boxes home for us.
Oh, I know an excellent porter who'd be able to assist you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yes, let me summon him quickly. I wouldn't do to give you such a vast quantity of magic items and no way to get them all home.
Well, that's appreciated. I was waiting for the end of the conversation and then, so Matt, how are you going to get those boxes home?
He goes behind the counter and pulls out a little bell, just kind of taps it, and you just sort of hear it kind of shake and just hear the little ting, ding, 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 but you can definitely tell it's magical in some regard. A few minutes later, a turtle porter arrives.
Alright.
Howdy.
Is it the same one? Because
Let
I can
me-
use illusion magic, you know?
Let me get those boxes in the cart for you.
Thank you.
Just slowly picks up one, slowly walks over to the cart and places down the box, goes, and takes about 20 minutes, but he loads up the cart. Which point he just grabs the two handles and just starts slowly walking down the road.
Graham will accompany him without complaint.
It takes you like 2 hours to get back to Windsong Manor.
All right, you got 2 hours of alibi time, guys. Use it wisely.
All right. What is everybody else up to? What?
Are we back at the manor?
You're wherever you want to be. Within the city.
Did we make it back from the armor smith? Did
I assume yes.
Fern and I make it back? Okay. So I hand over the money to Lucian. Who's everyone's there except for Graham at this point, I'm assuming.
How much money? 10 gold? 17 gold?
17 gold. I'll pay it back.
Okay.
So what do we think? Everyone's there except for Graham, right? Correct? Graham is still doing the delivery.
Yeah, smash cut to Graham just like slowly walking with this turtle. Graham just watching as like other slow, like an old person just quickly passes them by.
Gas, gas, gas.
Turtle's just like staying speedy men. Making
I'm going to
road.
pitch an idea. Do you guys want to go maybe look around for some dragons, perhaps, fellas and lady?
Dragon, Hydra.
Dragon,
Need
Hydra.
Hydra blood if I want that discount.
Are we itching for a battle? Maybe a good fight. I want to try out this splint armor. Let's make a logical decision before Graham gets here.
You wanted to visit Stone Manor as well, right?
Yeah, we wanted to find out what the deal was with
We should probably do that then. Maybe.
Okay.
Before we leave town.
To sneak up on a hive.
What was that, fifth? Jeremy?
How easy is it to sneak up on a hive?
You're not sure. You'd have to find out.
All right, I can probably do it. I'm in. Sure. Find one. Where does it live?
Pipple's gonna just sneak up on a Hydra, cut him, take some blood, and just like put a band-aid on him and then leave.
Yeah, we're willing to
down.
kill it. Sneak up and steal its blood. Won't even know I was there.
Replace it with some normal blood.
Won't even know I was there. That's hilarious. That would be awesome. So, what do we think? It looks like Piffle's a man of action.
I'm on board for either or.
On board. Okay, this man loves his wife. I can tell.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fern. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and of course our Tabaxi, our beloved Tabaxi.
Well, I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
You don't want to get into trouble? This is the first time.
Let's do it.
We're
Let's
not
do it.
gonna get into trouble in the wilderness. But
No, of course
what if
not.
he uses some of the hide to make like a magically enchanted book for his spells?
Hey, he's on board. Let's do it. I'm all for it. And Tamako, what do we think? Are you on board? Do you want to go dragon or hydra hunting?
He needs to add to our chronicles, so of course he's on board.
Oh, Tamako's. He went invisible.
Oh yeah, executive decision. He's on board.
He's on board. It looks like he's on board.
It's around this time that Graham gets home.
Graham, guess what?
Yeah.
No.
We're going dragon hunting.
All right, I kind of figured.
The turtle
Also
just
hydra hunting.
unloads all the boxes of candles. Well,
That
there
would
you
help
go.
him.
There you go.
I would like to, just to get in his good graces, so he's on board.
He's pro dragon hunting.
Just holds out his hand. My fee for delivering your candles,
What do I owe you?
3 silver.
I'll give him 5.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Just kind of puts it in like a little, like just into his shell. And just kind of takes his cart and just slowly heads away.
To the sunset.
Oh no, it's like 10 a.m. But
No, I'm just saying, like those movies, he heads away into the sunset.
Sunrise at this point.
I forget. Did we ever restore the founder statue in the courtyard?
Yeah.
I believe you've restored everything at the manor house
Awesome.
through spending a vast quantity of money.
Yeah.
How's the money transfer, all the acquisition stuff, like going through for the tavern across the street?
Jackson steps forward. All right. I have filled out all the paperwork for you. You have the funds. Technically, you can't just take the money and go. You actually have the bank holding in escrow so that they can give the funds to the people who are going to be building the bar for you. But it's secure.
So my thing is, we have a house there, so wouldn't it be less to actually just remodel it into the bar?
Yeah, but you gotta buy it. That's the thing.
That was the whole thing, right?
Yeah. So
How much is that for?
he slaps the paperwork on the table and slides it over.
What am I looking at?
It is a real estate deal to purchase the property across the way for 3,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You just sign here, Otto. The place across the street is going to be yours, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Okay. I guess I'll sign. And what's the estimate for remodeling it into the tavern?
We'd have to do an overview of it, but we could definitely see. I mean, it's a house that was lived in just recently, so it's not like it needs a big bunch of cleanup. You could probably get away with it for maybe 100, 200 gold.
Okay.
Then you got to purchase, beverages. Got to hire staff. We're going to need to... I'll deal with this, Otto. The point of the story is...
Give me an estimate.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. I retired from being a pirate to become a bartender. Look at...
Those are lost.
Alright, I'll take care of it. I'll get this back to the bank, and you will have the bill of sale and the deed to the place probably by tonight or tomorrow.
Sounds good.
I'll also get this, take that little seal, stamps it. I'm also a notary, just if you needed it.
I'm actually working my way up to power of attorney over all of you.
Well, I mean, Otto didn't actually read the contract. He just listened to what Jackson's spiel was, so.
No, I would have read it. I would have read it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of paperwork and just a shitload to sign. You gotta sign, you have to initial, you have to date. But it's done.
So many fields.
Yeah, a lot. It's a lot of work buying a house, it turns out.
Yep.
So,
You have experience with this, Ian.
yeah.
It's scary when you're like sitting there and the guy's just like, all right, yep, sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here, initial here, initial here. It's like, what am I doing? Fine, here, have all my money forever.
No, not for 30 years only. Unless you refinance.
Unless the fucking house has a $15,000 time bomb that the inspector missed.
Alright, but Otto, you are, for all intents and purposes, the proud owner of the house across the street from you. Which looks very similar to Windsong in that it has a wall around it. And it is 2 stories. It is a little bit smaller, as it does not have the kitchen set up here. It doesn't have that little wing. In fact, you haven't even toured the place, to be honest. You only can see what you can see from the outside, but it's big enough, you suspect.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody's gonna want a secret wizard laboratory in the basement behind like a bunch of trapped walls.
That's a great idea though.
I think
I'll
wasn't
try
the okay wasn't the original plan to dig a tunnel between the two?
Oh, you did hear about that plan. Yeah, it may have been talked about.
Plans change minute to minute. Okay.
Nothing set in stone, you know.
Not even the foundation.
Fortunately.
All right. So you are about to have a bar, sort of. What else would you like to do?
So where was? I thought we had heard about this dragon. What area was it like located in? I can't remember.
Professor Sternstadt first told you about this many weeks ago. It was round here, just north of Silsanus.
Did you mention what flavor of dragon it was?
Just that it was a dragon.
It's like a young
Berry
adolescent.
dragon, schnozberry dragon.
It's like strawberry.
Do we really want to go past Drindir and possibly have assassins after us
Oh, wait, do we have assassins after us?
from the count that we blew up the house of?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
nice.
No. We took a trip up north, right? What else are we doing?
Yeah, I don't think we have any local jobs.
Do we
They travel under
thing
false
in with
identities.
Brother Bones?
He'll probably just kind of happen to us.
Okay.
Brother Bones would be like, I need you to get rid of this undead lich dragon that like summons lightning storms and breathes fire and reanimates the undead. Oh, it's the one you're after. Good luck.
Ooh, my Zoom's bugging out.
Yeah, my Zoom was being kind of weird.
Hmm.
We want to inquire about what the point of that, even though we have an idea what the point of that ritual the Tanner was doing before we head out.
I don't know what that means.
The Stone family. I'm just kind of
Stone
curious
family?
about it.
Yeah, it's worth going and figuring out, I think, or at least seeing if they'll
Considering like that weird dream Otto had too, at least maybe like tie some.
get some info and maybe,
Kinda connection, maybe.
see if they want to see us first.
Yeah.
Get some closure on that. Can Lucian hang back? He's got I've had these stealth rules since like the first dungeon. Well,
Yeah, if you want to scribe them or
yeah.
whatever. go for it.
I guess some scrolling to do.
Okay.
You probably want us to hang low too after all the shit that happened over there.
Do you want me to go with you, or should I stay and start scoping out the candle shrine idea?
It's up to you.
I guess Graham would go for this. This seems important, especially with the dream happening. He'll
Yeah.
go with.
All right. We'll get started with Lucian and putting these the spells into his book. So it's going to be I believe it's 100 gold per spell level to transcribe into the book, just because you have to purchase the magically active paper and inks if you haven't already done so.
I have about 125 worth.
Okay, so you can do one then.
I think it's half for ones that are my subclass.
Yep.
Conjuration.
It is, yeah, so if you have any conjuration spells, that would be half. And then it's also, you have to make an arcane roll of a DC 10 plus spell scroll level against your arcana check. But if somebody who is proficient in arcana is there, they can assist you.
Idol is proficient in arcana.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm very proficient in Arcana.
Are
I'm
you?
the proficient.
Yeah, come help me.
He's so proficient.
Alright, I'll go help him out.
Demons through the void.
So while you're going and getting that all prepared, we will smash cut to Graham and Otto as they approach the Stone family manor.
We'll wave over one of the guards, I guess.
Yeah, you see a guard approach. He's got a bandage around his head. Comes over. Oh, you. How can I help you? Yeah, how can I help you?
Is this the the one with the fire breathing?
No, it's one of the guards.
Graham will offer a cure wounds to accelerate the process from natural to magical.
Sure, why not?
Partial recompense for the rough night.
Yeah.
And Graham will. I have a macro for this. I just gotta.
Graham accidentally cast Chill Touch and instantly incinerates.
Oh god, that was inflict wound.
His head disintegrates.
We're going in. You hear the alarm go.
Just long silence and, welp, I gotta head out.
But fortunately, Graham is good at his spells, so the guard, flinches at the touch. But Graham does manage to get the cure wounds off, and the guard's just, all right then. Well, I guess it sort of makes up for last night, but well, what do you guys want anyway?
I can't remember the guy's name. Was it Marcus? Which one is Marcus available?
Let me go see if the master's available. And he even wants to see you, for that matter. But
yeah, well, he might want a first-hand account of what went down last night anyway.
Yeah.
And on that note, I will be right back.
Okay. Well, we're waiting for Matt, Morrow, and I guess just Morrow, really. Do you want to roll to transcribe the spells into your book?
I think, if I'm not wrong, it's. I'm trying to find where it says it. You sure it's 100? It's 100 gold per spell.
Let me just double check real quick.
I was looking up. I think you might be right, but I just know that it's half if it's a conjuration one.
Yeah.
But I don't remember how much it was. I was hoping it was 50.
Here we are.
Me helping him out, does that help in any way? Or
he can.
maybe not with the price, but
He can do
a
it.
Chance that I don't do it right.
Yeah, you have to roll. Oh, I'm sorry. No. It was for each level of the spell. The process takes 2 hours and costs 50. So a second level spell is 100. And then, of course, it is going to be half that for conjuration.
That's 25.
35 per spell level, yeah.
Yeah. So like a second level spell is like 100. Third level is 150.
All right, I really want Chromatic Orb, which is an evocation, which is not one of mine.
I have a Chromatic Orb, maybe.
I know you do, but I need an upgraded like Fireball. Wouldn't you also need a diamond for that? Yeah, I actually have the diamond that we had from one of our previous quests.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to grab something and you don't have the item to actually use it.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I've had this for a while. I've really wanted to do this for a long time, and I've been sitting on this diamond, but I haven't had the time to do the spell.
Literally sitting on the diamond?
Chromatic Orb. And I have the inks and stuff to do it too that I paid for previously.
Okay. Is Chromatic Orb first level or second level spell?
I believe it's a first level evocation spell.
Okay. So you pull out the scroll and you have 50 GP worth of magically active paper and ink that you can put in your spell book. It's going to take you 2 hours to actually transcribe the spell into the spell book, and with Kaito's assistance, you'll be able to do an Arcana check at advantage.
Big roll right here. Big roll.
You can just cheat off of mine. I know this spell. You got this.
This isn't Strixhaven. You can't just cheat off of each other.
I'm gonna put a luck in the chamber in case this doesn't go right.
You got it. First one, if it hadn't been an advantage, though, it would have failed. But, yep. You are, with Kaito's help, able to successfully transcribe the spell into your book. At which point the scroll containing Chromatic Orb just disintegrates in your hand.
Nice.
Alright.
So I have 75 GP left. So I could do another level 1 spell.
Yeah.
We're gonna double down. And
that's just expensive.
This up again for Unseen Servant.
Okay.
Which is my conjuration school, so half. It's level 1, so 25 GB.
Okay. So yeah, that'd be half for the Unseen Servant. Was that level 1? It was level 2. No, it's a level 1. Okay. Yeah, so you'd be able to do that for 25. Okay, and another 2 hours.
In another 2 hours, yeah, if that's okay with the squad.
Yeah, that's fine.
In the library.
Yep, that's fine. Not doing anything.
We're just squaring away everything.
Kaido, you helping out again?
Yeah, I'll help you out the whole entire time. I'm an Arcana fanatic. Oh, we lost. I just realized we lost Mike.
I think he's busy. He should be back on shortly. Well, guess what? It's you were able to successfully transcribe it into your book. Good job.
That's right. That's right.
Well, we're still missing Matt, mostly because it's amusing. The guard comes back. All right. Yeah, I'll see you.
All right. Lead the way, sir.
He brings you inside. You've been to this manor house last night. It looks pretty familiar. Maybe a little different in the day. You see the guards in various states of, bandages. The Dragonborn guard is standing next to Marcus Stone. One of the Dragonborn's horns has been snapped off.
Did we really do that? I'm just thinking.
You froze him in place, and then you just all wailed on him together.
Yeah, that checks out.
Old person. Well, that's his fault for breathing fire on us. Man, his breath stunk. It's your fault I attacked your manor.
All right. So with that, the guard doesn't greet you, but Marcus Stone does. Oh, good. See you all again. Oh, my daughter's still resting, but I do thank you for bringing her back.
So I guess we'll describe how we walked into the situation over when we rescued her, and then ask is there any importance to what would have happened if he did finish that ritual?
Nothing good, I imagine, but you'd have to probably talk to Ren for that, although I'm almost certain she's dead. But I'll just put it this way. When my father passed away, I took all the books that I could find that were related to the exiled ones, and I burned them, because I didn't want to deal with them anymore.
Can't say I blame you. Can't say I blame you.
Which brings us to the other matter.
Yes? What would that be?
Kind of looks over at Otto.
And I'll explain to him the dream.
My advice to you is to not engage with that entity specifically. I would personally do any business with any of them, but especially not the flayed one. One would hope that the name alone would chase people away, but
it doesn't.
No, that's obvious. So, just my advice to you: don't make any deals with him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't engage with any of his power. If he might offer you a good deal, he might offer you something that seems very reasonable. Don't take it. It's bad news. And especially don't start using any power he gave you, as that's just an invite for him.
It's like a used car salesman. This is out of character. It's like, I can give you a deal on Eldritch Blast.
First hit's free.
But as long as you haven't, as long as you've been able to, if you've denied him what he's asked for, he shouldn't pursue this further. Just
this is
keep
out of
that in
character.
mind.
I don't remember what he asked for, really.
He specifically asked you to work for him, although in this case it was less asking him, more him telling you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and if you find out any tidbits come your way, just let us know.
Well, I'm not going to be pursuing any information about the exiled ones, but anything else, yeah, I could definitely send a...
If you run into it, don't go out of your way.
Any pertinent information about the old family business, so we can help you bury
it. Perfect. Excellent to hear. Yep. Nope, we're just going to keep running the old butcher shop, and that's about it.
All right.
And, our other business dealings with the other families in town. The bank, of course. The Merchants Guild. Yeah.
Merchants Guild, huh?
Oh, yes. The Goat Shield Bank and the Viderheim Train Company.
Well, something to make sure Lucian never hears. Thank you for your time, and just on an aside, is there anything I can do for your men before we go? Make amends for events.
They did mention one of the guard who came and got me said that you had healed him with magic. If you have anything left in the bank, the Dragonborn leans down with his broken horn facing you.
I assume cure wounds wouldn't regenerate that.
Oh, it will grow back by itself, but it's a little painful, as what the captain has said. Yeah, you're able to heal most of it.
And Graham will give him another one. Okay. This way I can force the party to stay home for one day.
This is great, isn't it?
All right, so you're able to successfully heal him back up to full.
Yep, and let me make sure. Graham is willing to spend most of his spell slots for the day. Including of higher level. So if you want him to spend the afternoon tending to the guards be bogged, he will do that.
This is the easiest day Graham's ever had
since
joining the crossblades.
Working as intended?
Let's see here. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 remaining guards who are still beat up.
I have 25 points of lay on hands I can spread around to help Graham too.
Okay. Let's say you definitely, if you were to heal everybody with those 25 points or 30 points.
No, because it's based off paladin level.
Oh yes, 25. Yep. Then if you spent the full 25, it would be you would have healed up the majority of the guards. You'd still have 2 guards left who needed some more.
Take care of those.
Okay. Right. So yeah, just 2 more cure wounds, and then would that be?
Leave that at 25 because we're gonna probably have a long rest anyway, and it's gonna come back.
Well, we'll see what you guys decide. Who knows? Maybe Kaido immediately has your bags packed.
Well, Graham's gonna force them to do research first.
This is your chance
to 12 healing to 1.
Okay.
This is your chance to relax for a day.
And 10 for the other.
All right. Well, with Otto and Graham working together, you are able to, in fact, heal all the guards back to, full. They somewhat thank you. I mean, considering you're the
one that I had to save in the heat of battle last night.
You healed him up with that 12. He got a bit of healing last night from the paladins. But, Marcus Stone just goes to, well, thank you for that. It's only a few clerics you could always go to in the city, so it's definitely not easy to get somebody to get healing. That's why we had the family doctor, in fact.
Well, at least we can do.
I guess that is technically true, yes.
We've balanced the chaos we caused the day before.
And,
actually, I still have to...
up about things. I'm planning to start services to Eidos, who is, among other things, a woman of peaceful rest.
I've not heard of Eidos, but is that going to be at the temple?
It'll be at the Crossblades main building when at our manor.
Oh, well, all right.
Set up and ready.
Well, I actually still have to get the door you smashed down replaced, but that's in the works.
Maybe we could
let's
on our fellas.
You rescued my daughter. I think we're even for damages. I mean, you also healed my guards, so always. Let's just step away from this as friends, as much as the situation and the circumstances can make it occur.
As friends.
Let's be honest. It was very
been a
unique.
Couple days.
Yes.
I would agree with you there. Well, thank you. In one way or the other, we've made the city a little safer.
Indeed. Well, anyway, I have to get back. I need to actually head to the bank to do some business there.
Take care, and have a good one. Graham will depart.
The guards show you the way out, and you find yourself outside of the stone manor.
Well, that's about what I expected.
Yep.
So, what are you gonna do?
I don't really have much to do. Gotta get the dragon scale or hydra blood before I can get a cloak.
Yeah. No one's going anywhere until we do a little studying on them, so we don't wind up food.
Buddy schmuddy. Let me at him.
I wouldn't put it.
Let me at him.
Buddy.
I will turn this wagon around.
I can't wait to see what Tamako's chronicled about our adventures.
Most dysfunctional pack of shits you've ever seen.
I don't know if
get the job done.
I don't know if Tomako has like the wherewithal to actually make that statement about you.
Maybe not, but he's probably thinking it.
Bro.
The real question to ask is he Dr. Tomako now?
Dr. Tomako, art surgeon extraordinaire.
Rolled a 0 on a check.
This man does not have a heart.
I've seen this only once before.
And today is the day.
Well, you really can't do too much, considering Lucian has spent 4 hours transcribing spells.
Yeah, so I guess we would get back and we would see that, and we could probably just head to the library and like look up things about dragons and like weaknesses and whatever the heck crap.
Did we hear what type of dragon it was?
You did not know. Now, you can do one of two things. You can go while Lucian is still transcribing the spells, or you can wait until about 3 p.m. When he'll be done to go with him.
I can wait, because Graham can start scoping out his shrine building.
Yep.
I will. Am I still helping Lucian throughout this whole entire thing?
Yeah, you have to help him during the whole thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Though I guess I also need to study on my own as well to actually make them do fancy stuff, like light up at certain remembrances, like magically imbue them from here, I think.
Okay.
Don't know how to go about that. That's what Graham is going to be going about.
Well, if Graham wanted to do like research on that, that would be a religion roll.
That asterisk. You still have guidance, or did you get rid of that?
I still have guidance. I didn't get rid of it. I can't take it as a warlock, because unless I went I forgot what it was. Tome. So I kept it.
I believe, don't you have guidance through your druid, through the clerical?
It's through the fighting style on paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would, if I got rid of it, I would have to take another fighting style, and I would only do that if I could grab it as a cantrip as a warlock. But that's only available if I did the tome instead of blade.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it was just like not worth it. It's too
Gotcha.
for a roll of 4 is too useful.
Well, 16 isn't terrible.
Okay. Yeah, Graham, over like a couple hours, you're able to figure out, how to, especially with you have the manual and your actual like clerical knowledge of Eidos, you are able to figure out how to get the candles to ignite, or at least glow brighter during specific days.
He also has the manual. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's what he was using.
Gotcha. So I can actually program these.
Yeah, it's just very much like hold down the candle's program button for like 3 seconds until it starts to like blink.
Coffee maker
I was
technology.
gonna look at Graham. Is like, I thought you left IT in the future.
A lot of the candles actually utilize special magical phrases, like activation phrases, and you can, to an extent, set them to go at specific periods.
Hey Google, turn on my candles.
Brother Bones, turn on candle.
Brother Bones.
Brother Bones just sends an
Graham
elf
will,
to slap you.
Using the history book and the records, we'll start programming a shitload of candles, one for each person.
Graham looks over about 1,000 candles and just gets to it.
That's why it's a power fantasy. He can just actually get to it.
I don't know, maybe he has ADHD. He's just like, I could do something else. I'm bored. Fuck this.
No, this is an escape fantasy. No executive dysfunction for my player characters.
Then Graham easily is able to take each individual candle, program it how he wants it, magically speaking, and have the candles act in the way he desires them. He feels no desire to quit the job. He feels no need to just go and do something else without even really consciously accepting that. Nope. Over the course of a few hours, Graham's able to successfully get all the candles to act in the way he wants.
Wow, that fight was amazing.
What job, what class has that class feature?
Ignite.
Multi-class.
Ignite a fuckload of candles?
No, ability to focus.
Oh, none of them.
Fuck.
The Jester.
Maybe Wizard.
I question that.
I don't know.
That done. I don't know how long. That probably takes a while.
It took 3 hours.
Probably the same amount of time that Lucian was finishing up.
I was just about to say.
It only takes a couple, 10, 30 seconds to a minute for each candle. Ooh. But there's 1,000 of them. I mean, I could actually do the math if you so desired.
No, I believe you.
Actually, it'd only take 10 seconds each, considering there's 1,000 of them to take 3 hours. But yeah, you're able to do it successfully.
Cool.
So now Graham has laid out in front of him 1,000 candles.
All right. That'll be ready for phase 2, which is actually building the candle shrine out on the founder statue.
Okay.
Out and around in that courtyardy area.
Well, founder statues are right there, so you can definitely, especially if you move the cart, you'll have enough room.
Yes.
I realized your stable's kind of stuffed full. You have 2 normal horses, Big Henry,
and the remains of Zorse, which collapse when they don't call on them.
Actually, Piffle's donkey he bought in session 1 or 3.
Yeah, we're gonna have to Stardew Valley this and expand.
And Fiffle's donkey. I forgot about that.
Everybody go to the mines. We need to find diamonds and put them in the crystarium to
got a goat named Brooklyn too.
You have a goat named Brooklyn?
Yeah, I got a goat named Brooklyn in one of the recent episodes.
Oh, okay. Then
What then?
you basically have this stable stuffed full. You find yourself struggling to close the door.
We're gonna go ahead and add that to the request list.
Expand stable.
Yep. Literally just added to the list of wants and needs.
Next is going to be expand the property.
Could be done. You were told that there was housing to the east, west, and north of you.
And I own the south.
Yeah, but that's across the street,
Yeah.
so it's not immediately next to each other.
Yeah.
But
it depends if they go on sale, also.
So Graham has 1,000 candles.
Do we want to get together now, or will Graham just keep building the shrine until everybody's ready?
I'd like to help out with the shrine whenever I'm done with
oh boy,
helping the wizard.
Well,
I've been making fun of your candles for too long. I feel bad. I'll help out.
I mean,
He's
yeah.
gonna flash his badge at your candles and tell them they need to behave.
I might be bad at social situations as Kaido, but I have some arcana. Maybe I can. I'm being empathetic here. An empathetic Kaido.
Aw.
Character development. at its finest.
All right. Well, coincidentally, you finish helping out Lucian at the same time that Graham finishes programming the candles.
Oh, okay. Great. I want my attention span to be way less than his. Like, I want to be, like, really concentrated for, like, 5 of them. Be like, so, oh, God, candles, right? And I want my rate to be, like, for every 20 he does, I'm maybe doing 1.5. Talking to him the whole entire time. But at least I'm trying to put in an effort.
Are you roasting me about my TR performance?
No. Come on.
All right.
So what's your obsession with candles?
Okay.
Well, how's your relationship with your mother?
Well enough. The candles are enchanted and programmed now to show the light up for the birthday, the death day, and any dates of note for a certain person within the cross blades.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Certain person?
So I'm gonna so Chungus isn't dead per se. Does he get a candle too?
I mean, was he officially a member of the cross blades? If he was, then yeah.
One of the original fans.
Does his hand, Hank Egg, also get a candle?
Actually, of you, only you are all official members with one minor fern-shaped exception.
Did we deputize Tamako?
Oh yeah, and Tamako, I forgot about him. Yeah, you actually did not go to the whole like thing where you made them official members. In fact, you don't even have the medallions for them.
What?
So Chungus is actually an official member now. He's just a baker.
He's still an official member. He didn't do anything that would get him kicked out. And it's not like you're forced to like sign a contract and you have to work for the Crossblades for a set amount of time.
Can we just
We should do that,
Carter
though.
Webb about this?
That sounds like a mistake on our part.
Can we just talk to Carter Webb and get him member?
Oh, it does.
Please, God, don't turn this into a multi-level marketing scheme.
Wait, you didn't... Yeah, you go to Carter Webb and you ask him?
Yeah.
Are you telling me you didn't get Tamako or Fern made members? You've been adventuring with them for a few days now.
Light oversight.
I heard days of...
Couple days, I guess.
Yeah, it's been like 3 days.
3 days. We've almost gone to jail.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Might I recommend not doing that?
I'm just listening what's happened. Well,
bold strategy, Cotton.
This guy is so smart.
Well, how about we leave Jockus with you and see how long you can not try to go to jail?
Sure. All right. I'll take care of the cat.
He fucking drugs his tea.
You come back from dragon hunting and just see like Carter Webb arrested. Lucian is running the guild hall.
Please teach me your ways.
That would be hilarious. This town here is my town, man. See?
I'm old. Nobody...
You know what? I would come back as like, so you said you could handle the cat.
Cat handled
No,
us.
I didn't say I could handle the cat. I said I'd watch the cat and not get arrested.
I think the secret there is reporting him instead of aiding and abetting.
Yeah, exactly. Graham's got that. All right. Hold on. I guess I am technically the head of this branch of the Viderheim, of the Crossblades. So, all right. Hold on.
Membership is increasing.
Fortunately for you lot, there's no dues to pay. All right, Jimmy. Carter hands Jimmy the medallion for the Crossblades. Get, let's say 5 of these copied and get them to here. Tobacco, Fern, stand over here.
Okay.
Oh, this is happening.
All right. Hold on. Raise your right hand. The wolf too, if she can.
Aurora sits there and she like lifts her like right paw.
Okay, you're gonna repeat after me. Here's a guild oath. All right. I swear to uphold the customs and integrity of the guild.
I swear to uphold the customs and integrity of the guild.
I swear to protect my fellow guildmates from trouble, great and small.
I swear to protect my guildmates from trouble, great and small.
Good enough. Swear to always act in a manner that honors the guild and my fellow members.
Swear to always act in a way... In a what?
I swear to always act in a manner that honors the guild and my fellow members.
Swear to always act in a manner that...
Honors
my guildmates and the guild.
Yeah, good enough. Not as official as it used to be, but you, congratulations. You're all members of Crossblade now.
Yay.
We should really start charging for this.
Yeah, well, yeah, at one point you used to, but then turns out when your guild's on its last legs, it's less important.
Exclusivity is...
Lucian wrote a deception to lie his way through that oath.
No, at that point I think Lucian was honest and hadn't quite come into himself as a full Lucian.
He hadn't stepped into his, he hit his stride yet.
Alright, congratulations, Fern. You know what? You earned it. He stands up and he goes and he shakes your hand.
Shake his hand.
There you go. Good job.
I'm gonna shake Aurora's hand too.
Yeah, he shakes the paw.
Pet Aurora.
Does Aurora like growl or like bark or howl or whatever in like happiness or whatever?
Yeah, she'll howl.
It's like Chewbacca in the Medal awarding at the end of a new role.
Yep.
And Tamako's just like, I am going to chronicle this.
Well, Mike's not here, so we'll figure out what Tobacco does later on. But
Graham will say, I mean, maybe not the company of heroes it used to be, but doesn't it feel at least a little good to be bringing in new blood?
I guess.
Making money and getting the drafts out of the windowsills?
Well, yeah, I'll admit. Maybe when you first came here, I thought you were going to be incompetent, stupid, corrupt, evil, smelly. And I was right about maybe half of it, but you did bring in some money. You did get the Crossblade's name in people's mouths again. Got the Manor House. Yeah, for good or for ill. Especially considering that oath you had to take. But you got the manor cleaned up. Hadn't been this way in a long time. So yeah.
As we're talking, Graham is gonna bring him to the windows to show off the completed candle shrine.
Graham, I'm blind.
Is he? Fuck.
He has like bad cataracts. He can see maybe a foot in front of his face.
Ah. Fair enough.
Consider it clerk.
Can't win, can't break even, can't get out of the game.
Carter, come here. Look at what I've done.
I'm blind. Just look harder.
I'm colorblind, kid.
You mean I put all this effort into for it not to be appreciated?
Can we?
Damn it.
We can get him some like LASIK surgery.
I mean, if you find a high enough level druid, you could get regeneration, but
that sounds expensive.
Well, just remember, the Duke has one leg that's shorter than the other leg, and could heal that with regeneration. Just let that sink in to how much that like of an effort that would be to get that done.
Rope.
Meanwhile, if there was a druid in the party.
Well, maybe Graham will get up high enough level eventually.
I think it actually is a cleric, isn't it? It's either cleric and druid or just druid. I can't remember. But congratulations, you have technically 3 new members.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay to us. We are growing by the day.
Campaign.
So what else? Yeah.
Which reminds me, by the way, Fern, it's only been 3 days. Do you actually have a room in this place? Or have you just been sleeping in the barn?
Not in the barn.
There's no room.
There's no room in there.
On the back of the mules.
Yeah, it is pretty full, and they do make a lot of noise when they get stuffed together, especially with that Zorus.
Thanks for remembering his name.
They don't. Well, you're welcome, but it's literally just horse with a Z in front, so I don't know if I could necessarily forget it.
Just let me have this, alright?
The point of the story, though, is they're not exactly happy in there with the thing you made, or found, Or both.
Reanimated.
Everyone's a critic.
Hey, well,
We'll get the
Fern,
barn expanded.
if you haven't gotten a room, go upstairs. We got a few left at least.
Cool.
Kick Jimmy out. He doesn't need his room. He can sleep in the barn. Right, Jimmy? He's just like eating some soup. What? Yeah, you heard the kid.
I don't really.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Dragon research.
All right. How would you like to go about researching dragons? Now, you do have a small library at the actual manor house, and you have access to the large library.
Are we going to the library again?
That was the
Maybe
goal.
Maybe the dragon's keeping that the author you're looking for hostage.
Maybe.
Very possible.
Wait, what author? As Carter Webb says to you.
Oh, what was the name?
J.R. Klein.
J.R. Klein.
Hey, we got his books here. They're
He
like
never
on the...
finished the series.
No, but like we got the first couple.
Oh yeah.
He wrote like 3 of them, and then he stopped.
Yeah.
We got like...
Stop.
I don't know the guy. Maybe he died.
Maybe the dragon knows him.
I don't know if dragons are
Maybe he is the
necessary.
dragon.
I
Keep it in your murder pants for 5 seconds.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
just remember, any idea you say can be a new idea for me. I don't know. But the point of the story is, he stopped writing those adventure novels. But we got him.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, I think we got one signed.
Wow.
Collector's editions, you say.
Yeah, go check the library. It's in there somewhere. It's not like I can get much benefit from it these days. Which one did you read anyway, Fern? Was it the first one? Or was it the last one? Or was it the middle one? Ah.
The last one.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. From my
It was.
understanding.
It's very good. I was so disappointed that they didn't have another book.
Well, maybe you can find him and convince him.
Maybe
In a legal fashion, of course.
Right,
Yes.
of course.
We're all about legal fashion.
Oh, Fern, I trust you. It's the other ones. Well, Graham's okay. Graham's okay. It's the other ones I don't trust. One of them's a cop. Can you believe that?
Behold your heroes.
No. One of them is a cop. Can you believe that? I hear he turns his webcam. I heard he turns his body cam off.
Yeah, Otto's the kind of paladin who turned his body cam off.
Nothing to see here.
Jesus.
Jesus, got dark.
No, I have that barrel of tar still.
So you're more of a fireman who makes his own fires, kind of
Yes.
civil servant.
I could just imagine Otto just dragging a barrel of tar behind him at all times.
Everywhere he goes.
You guys will be sleeping in some like tower, and the tower just catches on fire. Just remember that.
Jeez, you're gonna see your wife very soon if you keep that behavior up.
Well, you're the one that encouraged us.
I know. I'm so proud, honestly.
You're gonna be the one that like dies first.
I like how Carter has like quantum senility depending on whether or not he needs to give us shit for being weird.
I know what I'm about, kid.
Just plays up the old man act.
I might be old, but I ain't that old. I especially ain't that dull.
Oh shit.
Alright,
Hasn't he dead ass done the senility act though?
Yeah, probably. When he doesn't want to deal with you guys. Alright, I go find about Red Dragon. I'm busy. This pipe ain't gonna smoke itself.
True. All right. While we're here, Graham will check the local library they have.
Well, you've been here. This is where you found the original book concerning the Crossblades, chronicling the history. But there's also like various other books you've found. If you wanted to take a look through, you can go ahead and do an investigation roll.
Can I assist him?
Yeah.
Cool. I will roll that with advantage. Come on.
2 2s.
Yeah. Don't you speak that evil on me. I've had a rough go.
Hey, you got some good religion rolls recently. You're able to like successfully. All right. Well, it's a small library. It's not like anything's hidden from you. It was a low DC to begin with, so you're able to find not only the book that contained like the information about the Crossblades history and all the various members, but you also find some books showing like history of the city, history of Viderheim. You find books that give like rundowns of various political organizations and figures, especially like history of the Duke of Viderheim, history of the Count of Vaxfall, which you notice actually matches up semi-frequently. You find books about surviving in the wilderness. You find a rather out-of-date bestiary, I mean, and you find just random adventure novels that it looks like somebody had an interest in at one point. Especially the first
of, like prior battles or hunts or what they learned and when they were in their heyday.
Yeah, you find like a book like that.
I will look through that for dragon-related stuff.
All right, so let's see. So that book was written circa. It would be about 17 CF for the year. And go ahead and just do, for dragon hunting specifically, this would be a survival roll to look for the pertinent information.
Assisted or unassisted?
If somebody wants to assist you, they can go.
I'll assist.
Okay.
Can I D4 him then if he's assisting?
It's going to take about an hour to look through, so
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, no.
Well, we get advantage.
Yeah.
There we. Okay, it was 19 or 19.
Well, I guess we'll go with the 19 in that case.
You should go with the 19.
Yeah. Now, you find some information concerning dragon hunting. Now, actually, also, can you give me a history roll, thinking about it?
Can I D4 him for that?
Yes, you can, because this one is just off the, like, right on the back of your head. And then go ahead and add that D4.
15.
Perfect. All right. So, Graham, with the book, with your knowledge of the history of Viderheim, you know that Viderheim was at one point, like, basically the country that had the most amount of dragons.
Ooh.
Like, dragons used to be pretty thick in the area. When the Arwellan Empire came in, they hunted the dragons near to extinction. So that would be in 902 CF, and so over the course of several decades, they slowly reduced the dragon population or drove them farther up north, as well as doing that to the giant population. That being said, dragons would either have had hidden like egg nests, so a dragon could pop up every once in a while, or they would have migrated from other places, having crossed the sea. So there are the occasional dragon hunt, but they're not as common as they used to be. But you do find from around the 1700s there was a dragon hunt when the Crossblades were still at the peak, but starting to decline slightly. And yeah, they basically went out, fought a red dragon, and then returned victorious. Sans 2 members.
Could be a very useful record to have.
Mm-hmm.
So they lost 2. Does it indicate how it fought, what it did, what they did, what preparations they took?
The book mentions it's a red dragon. It mentions that it breathed fire, so that they had originally utilized something that could protect them from fire either by magic. The book itself is a little vague about it. It seems like it might have been written in either the immediate post-battle or shortly after, when everything was fresh. And it seems like the author of this book maybe doesn't quite understand that other people who weren't the author are going to read it and need to understand what he experienced.
Curses. All right.
But it gives you a good basis of where to start, knowing that it was a adult red dragon, that it breathed fire, that could fly, and that it had, at that point, built a modest treasure chest, like your dragon hoard.
Okay. Well, that's all.
It just mentions, and they mentioned they took like a boat upriver. So like go and actually like get to it. There's also a note that says the two members that were killed in the fight, the remains they were able to get were brought to the city and were buried.
Okay. Graham, having just programmed a shitload of candles, probably remembers those two names.
Oh yeah, no, he would have seen it. The cause of death would be just labeled as dragon, and the actual specifics of it were rather vague.
Yeah.
Incineration.
Well, we got some more context, and we have a little bit of info. Oh yeah, the last thing I wanted to do was, before I forget, was spend a use of consecrate, which I was gonna prep for our off day.
Okay, so yeah, you would have...
And bless the candle shrine.
Yeah, I figured you probably would have done that. So you go ahead. What can you just put consecrate in the thing just so I can read it real quick? Although I'm assuming it's nothing I strictly need to worry too much about.
Let me do it this way.
Makes Graham immune to all energy attacks.
Makes Graham amazing. God damn it.
I think I can actually find it thinking about it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, where is it? I can't find it myself. I'll look it up later. It's fine. What is it, a second level cleric spell?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, okay. Is this third party? Maybe they don't even have consecrate in 5e.
We could look it up.
Part of another spell.
Well, I'll look it up later, but for the time being, you successfully place the candles and cast whatever spell it is to make it work, and the area becomes slightly more holy for the time being. All right. So it's about 5 p.m. at this point. What would you all like to do?
5 p.m. What did I want to do? I did everything I wanted to do. I could help somebody with their tasks if they wanted to do something today. I just really wanted that armor, and I got it. So I can help anybody out with whatever errands or chores they want to run.
I like Kaido's goals. He wanted the armor. He got the armor.
Support team.
Yeah. I'm a man of few words. Any questions?
All right. Find the signed book in the library?
Yeah. Like with Graham having looked through all the books, you do find the first edition. Definitely like a first printing of the adventure novel. You also find some other books that had been printed previously but that weren't part of the same series. Looks like he probably had like a somewhat good writing career before he stopped. So you're able to find his novels, and you're able to find the first of the series you had been reading, and it's signed by him, and it says "To the Crossblades." Hopefully your adventures are more exciting than what's in this book, signed J.R. Klein.
I suppose they were.
And you see a little, like, yeah, it's a bit dog-eared, as it obviously has been read several times.
Mm-hmm.
But looking through the novel, you would realize you'd always wondered why the airship was called the Aliwaf. It's the Aliwaf. It stands for any landing you walk away from.
That's a good one.
What does it stand for?
Any landing you walk away from, comma, is a good end landing.
Yeah, that. You now understand, like, 20 jokes you did not understand in the third novel that now suddenly click in place. You're like, oh!
Should probably start with the first book.
Just
next
immensely
time.
improve the quality of the book to yourself.
You also, like, introduced to a cast, and, like, several members are missing. Like, they're obviously important characters in the first book, but they're not in the third book. And you're like, what? Okay, that's weird. They didn't even really mention them either. Like
something happened in the second book.
The captain is different. Like, the captain in charge is obviously, like, different than, like, the captain in the third book.
Huh. Weird.
Very strange.
It is weird.
Excuse me.
And the second book is there as well?
Yeah, and a copy of the third book you had read as well, but they're all put together, the entire series of the 3 books. And they're like, 300-400 pages. Obviously, the guy wrote a bit of a door stoppers. Takes you a bit of time to get through them, but it doesn't feel like it. Like, they just keeps going. Like, the pacing is really good in the books.
Nice. All right, I'll just read the books until we do something else.
All right. Fern finds herself a chair and just starts reading through the books. And yeah, they're pretty good. You really find, like, when you, like, it takes you probably like 3 or 4 hours to get through the first book, which is it's the shortest of them, about 300 pages. The second one gets a lot longer. And the first book also leaves off in a spot where you're like, oh, I could see where, like, this could be a standalone book if it really had to. But it basically just describes, like, the captain finding the Aliwaf, making contact with the Lady Veronica, getting in an adventure where they end up fighting pirates who have stolen another airship and had just been raiding around. Eventually, with them hunting for some hidden treasure and beating the pirates to the punch before, like, a climactic conclusion where they're able to steal back the treasure that was stolen from them, destroy the pirates' airship over the ocean, and then sail into the sunset. But there's still some lingering plot threads that had not been really touched on, and you kind of figure maybe they'd be covered in the second book.
Nice.
All right. Anybody else doing anything while this is going on?
What time is it?
If we wait for Fern to finish reading, it'll be about 8 p.m., 8 or 9.
I'm just mentally preparing for dragon hunting.
Same.
Okay.
I'd like to advantage him on mentally preparing for dragon hunting.
Okay. Otto is mentally prepared for dragon hunting.
At advantage.
At advantage.
Otto's just hyping him up. Yes! 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 Go away, I'm trying to focus. Yes!
Yeah. By the way, I definitely see, like, a few different members. Probably, like, about 10 members of the Crossblades have their cause of death listed as dragon.
And we're going to add to that number.
That's awesome.
With me,
When I
with
ask
Command
Kaido,
Son,
so-
every mission is a suicide.
When I ask Kaido, it's like, so if a dragon breathes fire, like, at what rate does it go? Or is it dependent on like the African swallow?
What rate does what go?
At what rate does a dragon fire go?
Oh,
The little African
jeez.
swallow thing.
Well, yeah, Kaido, go ahead if you want to answer that. Make a nature test.
Nature?
Yep.
Okay. We'll give it a shot. Oh wait, my D&D and my Beyond 20 extension was off for the thing I was doing. Wow, where the fuck is it? Please hold. Please hold. Please hold.
Your call is important to us.
Fire slowing down.
Please hold.
Kaido's just like getting you all like psyched up, and you're like, so how fast can a dragon breathe fire? Yeah, like, you know that like a dragon's breath could cover several dozen feet in about a second or two.
Several dozen feet in a couple seconds. Next question.
Can we use the fire to explode anything in his mouth and kill him?
Make another nature roll.
Oh no, another. No problem. This is going to be easy. I know these. Studied for this test.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hell, it's
Yeah,
the easiest way to do it. You definitely want to like get something in there and blow it up.
It is known as the weakness
Is
of a
Fiffle around to
dragon.
help him with this?
Probably not. What is Fiffle even doing, to be honest?
Okay.
Well, I've just been kind of like listening as people do various, business transactions and like
Oh God.
real estate development.
Love it.
What? Where is the group right now? Is everybody just still in like the manor, just like doing
They're all at
business
the
stuff?
they're at the manor, but they're in like different rooms
Doing their thing.
on the runway.
I want to start developing a network of street urchins to bring me information.
All right. Fiffle, go ahead and do an investigation roll to find street urchins.
Got it.
Now, the manor house does not contain street urchins, so I would assume you'd just be in the city.
I'll go and hit the streets.
Yeah. So,
He's gonna hit the mean streets of Viderheim.
Yeah.
although then again, like
Very
these,
smart. So let's see what he finds here.
yeah, like down by the docks, you find like a couple of like street urchins, begging for money and the like. Very Dickinson-esque.
Hey, you there, Dickensian street urchins.
Hey, what you want?
Want to make some money then?
Hey, you got money on you?
I do.
Hey, and how you?
Biffle shows them a shiny silver piece.
Ooh, that's a shiny silver piece there you got.
Yep.
I feel like I am watching like a British TV show.
Yeah, probably.
Downton Manor.
So listen, you lot. If
Hey.
you like money, congratulations. You've just joined the Crossblades Junior Auxiliary.
Oh God.
The youth program.
Known as anything to do with the Crossblades, it's known as the Xed Knives. You are now the Xed Knives, and you will receive 5 silver pieces a week
Oh, for each of us.
each. Of the 3 of you.
That's
And
I like the reference.
I will let you know what it is I need you to do later this week.
All right. Fiffle, go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
5 silver pieces each.
Each?
Don't worry, it's not too bad a DC. Yeah. It's like, well, we were just thinking of beating you up and taking it, but if you're gonna give it to us each week, we'll can certainly do that. So you're gonna find us, or are we gonna find you?
Oh, I'll find you.
All right.
Unless I need you to find me, in which case I'll send word. So.
But if you can't find us, then how will you send word to us to find you?
That's my problem. What are your names?
Scrin?
Yep.
Louis?
Louis and Scren.
And Jeanette.
Louis.
See Jeanette.
All right. Here's 5 silver.
Is this like Jeanette, like Johnette from like Hancock?
It's Jeanette. Little short girl. Okay. Big wide eyes. Looks like she's probably from a painting, but is an actual fictional child.
Does she have weirdly sharp teeth?
She has, like, she's kept her mouth shut. You're not sure.
All right. Cool. So your main job as the X Knives is, which is such a cool name, right, kids?
Yes.
Don't you feel cooler already? You will basically tell me the things that you hear with your little ears.
I hear
when you're being not observed by the tall people. You follow me?
I guess so. You want to like spy on people and get back to you?
Yeah, but pretty much everybody. Just spy on everybody and let me know what they're doing.
Okay, we can get some more kids.
And, I've been watching them. So as the budget allows, I may have you recruit some more kids.
Oh, it's the budget.
The budget allows.
The budget.
He'll probably get like a dozen.
A solid budget for 3 street urchins. So we'll start with you. And if we need to expand our reach, I'll let you know.
How would you like to make $3?
All right. He wants to report back to you at the end of the week.
Yes. Meet me down by the docks here.
Like literally right here.
Piffle kind of looks around.
You're basically like in a side alley off of a street leading towards the docks.
Yes, literally right here. This is where we'll meet.
Okay.
Piffle like takes a little something and like scratches a bit of thieves' cant in like the corner of a something.
Okay, yeah, you just like scratch like
he scratches it says X Knives in thieves' cant, whatever however that works.
Yeah, like Fiffle can speak
like
and
an axe and a picture of a knife.
Yeah. Puts a little thieves' cant there. It's like, oh, all right. We'll be
official.
Okay, you got the money. We'll get you the info.
Right, yeah. Then here's 5 silver apiece. I'll see you in a week.
They take the 15 silver. Actually, he takes the 15 silver and doles out like 2 to the other ones.
No.
Nice.
Please. Piffle hands them each 5 silver.
I like that kid. I would like to mentor that one.
Just making sure,
Nice try, though, Louis.
I'm Scrin.
Of course you are.
Just making sure they did their duty. They wouldn't take the 5 and leave. Make sure it's half now, half later.
Yes, of course.
We'll be off then. I'll be back here. What's your name, love?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm Mickey Rat Sauce.
All right. We'll keep an eye out for you, Mickey. Mr. Rat Sauce.
Oh, I like that. Yes, call me Mr. Rat Sauce.
That's my father, I'm sure.
Just call me Ratatouille.
Ratatouille?
Why do I feel like this is going to be less wholesome than like the Bakersfield regulars?
Why indeed,
The
Ian?
fact that you even thought this was going to be wholesome is funny.
Yeah.
Probably not on the side. Probably.
I've seen what you've done to your Daves, Jeremy.
Characters, totally different balls.
I can't wait to do another Dark Heresy campaign. See if Dave's still alive.
Which one? Half of them are dead. All right. So.
First Dave was just a grenade vehicle, as I recall.
One got pushed out.
You also martyred him by making him think the Emperor was speaking to him.
I bet a lot of people think the Emperor was speaking.
Alright, so.
Welcome.
Fiffles are able to successfully persuade some street urchins, 3 of them to start with, to work for him and gather information. He has the starts of a, intelligence network.
Yep. So,
are we going to find out about this intelligence network?
I guess that one's up to you guys. Alright. What's everybody else up to while this is all going on?
What time is it now?
Well, if we waited for everything to be done, I'm assuming Fiffle was out and about while everyone was researching dragons or reading books or the like, so it's still about 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
9
I
p.m.
rhetorically ask, I wonder if we can put a barrel of tar in Hank.
Would that fit?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering. You'll never know when you need to set something on fire.
Only one way to find out.
No. Hank,
Someone's gotta watch out for Hank. It's not
you just
gonna be us.
you just see this backpack with its like straps just kind of like sliding towards you. No.
Yes.
What about a? Oh, I don't want to force him to.
He just slides over to the book pile and picks up a book and puts it inside him and starts sliding away.
What book did he take?
It was one of the J.R. Klein books.
Hey, get that back.
You're not. You've already read it. Don't be greedy.
Are you reading it?
I will.
Are you eating it?
Yeah, right. Are you?
I will.
Don't eat
No.
it.
I'm
eating it.
Yeah. Puts the little strap in and pulls it out of his mouth.
Thank you.
He just slides over to the couch and like sits in it as best he can and just starts flipping through it. His metaphors are terrible! And he can't write an ending to save his life.
And he can't finish those series to save his life.
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of that.
Maybe his life is in danger because of a dragon.
Yeah, maybe. He just keeps flipping through it. Terrible.
Why do you keep reading it if you hate it?
Because I love it!
He loves how terrible it is.
Love it. I love the burn.
He loves the pain.
You're just... Yeah, there's just the image of this, like, backpack with eyes and a teeth just flipping through a book reading it.
Unsettling. But also somewhat a little cute.
Let's call it whimsical. That's a fun word.
Yes.
All right. So, if anybody want to do anything else, feel free to do so. But then if not, we'll just skip till tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah, and that restores our spell uses and whatever, right?
Yeah, you have the benefit of a long rest.
Hooray.
All right. So, it is now the next morning. Now, do you guys want to keep playing as it is almost 2 hours? Or do you want to call it for here and pick it up next week?
This seems like a pretty good break point.
Okay. So, we'll stop here, and I will see you all.
Not to unilaterally decide for everybody, right?
Just seemed good, yeah.
That's good, yep.
Okay. Plus, it'll give you an idea of what exactly you want to look up for dragon hunting and or hydra hunting and or
Mike
author
just
hunting.
said no.
Author hunting.
That was for Hank.
Yeah.
Hank Protection Service.
All right, and all right, we'll pick up here next week then.
Hey, how did he know that was for Hank if
he's not on here yet?
He is obviously spying on you all.
That's fair.
That's fair.